Hey, what is up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Drinking and Cooking. What we're going to do real quick is I'm going to get this posted up on my mediums, and give me just a second so we can get these up and going. We're going to go to channel. Go to channel. Yes, we are live now. Let's go over here. We're going to go over here and share. We're going to go to Facebook. Live now. Tune in. Yep, we're going to go over there. Post there. All right. And we're going to go over here to Twitter. Say live now. Tune in. Not Tumblr. What the hell? Twitter. I don't have a freaking Tumblr. All right. Bam, tweet that out. Go ahead. Cool. Bam. Bam. All right. Looks like we're back. Okay, cool. Here we go. Welcome to another episode of Drinking and Cooking. Today we're going to be doing not your grandmother's Southern cabbage. Now, if you don't have any idea what the hell that is, every one of us has a grandmother that has made cabbage or cabbage some sort of way. My grandmother made it a certain way. My mother makes it a certain way. I put a new flair on it. I make it a little spicy. And when I say a little spicy, you'll see what I mean. So some people like it just, average. We do a little flair, nothing too major, nothing too out there. I'm trying to figure a position for my damn camera so I can show you stuff. There we go. There's one. I'll raise it up. You see the pot in the background over there. But what we got here is we have our, and no, I'm not endorsed by any people, so if I say names, deal with it. We have our smoked sausage that we're going to be using. I got two things of those right here. Just any type of apple cider vinegar, black pepper, salt, most important, bacon grease. You got to have your freaking bacon grease. We have our cabbage. Now here's what makes mine a little special. You see these peppers just sitting in this nice pickle jar here? Well, these peppers range anything from a Scotch bonnet to a Carolina Reaper to a Butte Jolikie, which is the ghost pepper, to a Trinidad Moruga scorpion that has been pickled, brined, and set for probably well over, 4 or 5 months, and all thanks to my best friend in the world, Adam Hartsky. Now, he grew these peppers, he sends them to me, and I use them. And when I say this is hot, damn. Now, I've also thrown in some basic jalapenos into this too and let them just soak in. But that's what we're going to be using. We're going to be pulling the jalapenos out, slicing them, and then throwing them in our pot, which we'll see here in just a second. Yay, pot. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and start getting things set up. We're going to move our cabbage. Well, first of all, what we want to do is, you see how this cabbage got a few leaves that are nice, and actually those might be nice, but I don't like them that green. I kind of like mine a little break off. And I like to get down where it's still fully wrapping the head of the cabbage, not flaring off. Sometimes these ends can be really bitter, the darker green, so I like to use the light green. So I just go ahead and I toss these. I don't use these. So we're going to get those out of the way. Oh, look, I'm getting a phone call. Uno momento. Hey. All right. Okay, I'm back. Sometimes you just got to take a phone call. It happens. All right. Anyways, so we're going to set those leaves out of the way. All right. So we're down to our cabbage, which we will get this cut out of the way. Like I said, I like to leave it to where the cabbage wraps the head and the leaves aren't flipping up. Because like I said, you get into those darker green parts, they tend to get a little bitter. But now what we're going to do is we have our bacon grease. Yes. And I'm going to tell you right now, do not be stingy with your bacon grease. Everybody loves bacon. So just pour you a decent amount in there. Not too damn much, but a decent amount. There we go. I didn't have much to begin with. I had to cook some bacon beforehand, so we would have some for this. All right. So our bacon grease is in. Now what we're going to do is we are going to add our apple cider vinegar. Now what we're going to do is I don't have anything smaller than 1/4 of a cup. So let's see what we're going to do here. Add about 1/4 of a cup. That should be plenty. If you like a little bit of a twinge to it, just a little bit more. Nothing too major. But start with 1/4 of a cup of apple cider vinegar. All right, there's that. All right. Now here's where we get to the not so southern part. And believe me, people, when I say this stuff is spicy, woo! Let me go with the fork. All right, because you're good. There's some right on top. I normally just do 3. 1, 2, and 3. That's it. Now, because I'm ahead, I pour just a little bit of this juice in. Not a lot. Just that little bit. Hell, that was probably a tablespoon, if that. Okay? Get that back in the fridge. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take our knife. Where's my knife? Where's my good knife? All right, here we go. And all I'm going to do is just cut the heads off, the stems. All right. And then what we're going to do is just split them right down the center. Now you can go to your local grocery store and just get a thing of canned jalapenos whole. Same thing, a little bit of juice. Grab 3, split them, you'll be good. But when I say mine is like ungodly hot, I mean mine is like ungodly hot, but it'll come out when you add the water. It's not going to be so damn bad. All right, there's that, there's that, there's that. You know what I totally forgot about? I totally forgot. We're supposed to be drinking, aren't we? Yes, by God, we are. Oh, God. Let me get me a little bit of my good old happy friend right here. Pour some over. Come on now. All right. Open that up. Come on, open. There we go. Put that back on. Woo. Little good friend called apple pie, man. Apple pie. Yummy, yummy. God. All right, now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and kick this on. Let that start. Getting that bacon grease melted down, get all those flavors marinated. We're going to go ahead and start cutting up some of our smoked sausage here. Let's go ahead and get that open. Pull that out, get that open. All right. Set that over here. Basically what we're going to do is just split it right here. And go ahead and get the cut right here. Just make it a little easier. I'm just going to split straight down the center right here. And then just grab those, toss those in. Same thing with this one. Right down the center. All right, toss those in. You just keep tossing them in. Good to go. Now what I like to do is I like to get this part heated up and let all the flavors come out, let the sausage cook down a little bit. Hell, if it even browns a little bit, you're doing good. Go ahead and get my knife out. Quick sharpen. All right, and what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and split my head of cabbage here. All right, there we go. What I like to do is I'll quarter mine. Kind of makes the cooking a little bit easier. And so what we'll do is we'll come in here. I'll give a little cut down that way. Turn around. Give it a little cut in this way right at that stalk. And you'll see why. Lift up on that stalk. And you take out that center. So it's not so bad. I'm just going to set that over there. Same thing with this one. Come in. Come in. And just lift up. Nice big stalks taken out. All right. Same thing with the other piece. Mix around, let all those flavors start coming out. That clock in the background telling me, come on. And yes, always remember, whenever you're using a sharp utensil, don't ever cut towards yourself. Remember that, just be safe. There's that. There's that. And let's go ahead and pop that out of there. Cool. All right, so we have our cabbage on standby. I want that up on high. I want all those flavors to come out. Whew. Time for another drink. Oh my God. Oh yeah. Woo! All right, put our apple cider up. Now we're good. All right, where is my spatula? Oh, spatula! Here it is. Got it. All right. Just want to move things around. All right, so we're just going to let that cook, let that go. Because you slightly want to brown your sausage that you put in. You know, let that cook down enough where it starts browning the sausage, and that's what we're looking for. While that's doing that, go ahead and prep the cabbage to be tossed in. That's all you do is you just kind of slice down through it, about ½ inch apart from each other. I'll tell you what, it smells fantastic. Man, that spice is starting to cook. Sausage is starting to brown, starting to get good. Let me find something to put this cabbage in so I can get it up out of the way. I have got stuff being used left and right. What do I got? What do I got? All right, I got a bowl here. Get the sliced cabbage out of the way. And always, guys, before you throw your cabbage in, go ahead and give it a rinse in the sink. Wash it off. Kind of helps with the cooking process. Also, make sure it's nice and clean. So it's not going to be, how I say, you get that dirty flavor to it, that muddy flavor. Oh, yeah, cabbage is approaching that point. Sausage. It's getting there. It's starting to get that browning to it. All right. Now what I do is I always save that one piece of cabbage for just in case this might be too much for that pot. So let's go wash this off real quick. And another call. Caller number 2. Caller number 2, you're on the air. I'm joking, Mother. It's me. It's me. It's me. I'm doing a live stream cooking. So. Not your grandmother's southern cabbage. Not the way I do it. All right, I'll give you a call back. All right, bye. Everybody wants to call when you're cooking. All right, so we've washed our cabbage, and now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and throw this in. So it's at this point, we basically look at how far we can get it down. And if we can get enough, I'm going to try to put this last bit in. Go ahead and give this a quick rinse, toss it in, and then we'll add our water, our salt and pepper. All right, let me get my bowl over here. Let me give this a quick rinse. All right, let's go ahead and kind of just fit this in. We're going to cram it down a little bit. There we go. All right, that's all in. So we got that going. Now what we're going to do is we're going to add water. Where's my big thing? Well, I used my bowl, so we'll use the bowl. I'll get some water going. All right, so we're going to add water. All right, we're going to add water, kind of press this down. You want to just barely come over the top of this. Grabbing some more water, guys. Give me just a second. What we're going to do is we're going to what you want to do is just barely get you enough water where you can press it down and it just starts to cover the top. And then what we're going to do is we're going to throw our lid on. We will add our salt and pepper for flavoring once this cooks down a little bit because it'll shrink down once it cooks. So what you're going to do is you're going to bring this to a boil and you're going to let it boil down. Once it becomes to a boil, let it cook for about 15 minutes or so. Well, bring it back up so you can see me. Let it cook for about 15, 20 minutes or so once it gets to a boil. At that point, it should start to soften up. You want to check some of the hardest parts closer to the core that we cut out. See how soft it is. If it's to your desire, season, salt and pepper. That's all you need to season with. The rest of the seasoning is in here with the bacon grease and the apple cider vinegar, that little bit of jalapeno juice, and jalapeno peppers in here. So we're going to let that cook up. And like I said, total process time, minus me talking and phone calls and whatnot, should only take you about, from start to finish prep to get it to this point, probably about maybe 10-15. I've been talking, drinking, so it happens. And it's your preference if you want to use more sausage or not. I use one right now. I keep one on backup just in case, you know, tomorrow I get low. I can cut some up, put some in here. There's more sausage. We're good. But literally from start to finish, 10 to 15 minutes. Once this reaches a boil, cook 15 to 20. Your preference on how you like your thickness or crunch or sogginess of your cabbage. Once you reach that point, season to taste, salt and pepper. Everyone's preference is different. I'm not going to tell you a certain amount because it may be too salty or not salty enough for somebody. We'll be back with part 2 to show you how this turned out. So once again, guys, thanks for tuning in for Drinking and Eating. I'm still drinking. Oh, there's some good apple pie. Thanks for tuning in for Drinking and Eating. Drinking and Cooking. Yeah, it's drinking and cooking, not drinking and eating. I'll be eating later and drinking. Drinking and cooking. Remember, share, comment, like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. And I'll see you guys again for part 2 here in just a little bit. Catch you later.